I just became a landlord for the first time, and these are the 5 things I wish somebody told me before I bought my property. Stay tuned. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. If you don't know who I am, my name is Aram. I'm a real estate agent here in the Chicagoland area, and I'm also an investor, which is why you clicked on this video, because I'm going to tell you about the 5 things I wish I knew before I became a new landlord, because it would have saved me a lot of headache in the present, the past, and in the future of just the things I could have done much, much better. So today I'm going to share those 5 things with you. And the last one, in my opinion, is the most important. So make sure you stick around for number 5, because it could save you all 4 of the mistakes I'm about to share with you. And if you're wondering why I'm dressed like a lord, is because we're talking about landlords. We're filming this on Halloween. I'm already dressed up. I figured might as well make it more entertaining for you all. That's what we're talking about, becoming a landlord. If you enjoy the content, please like, comment, subscribe. Every one of your comments will get a reply from me. And if you need more hands-on attention, I got a 1-hour coaching call in the description. And I got a Patreon link. The Patreon's the better deal. I'll tell you right now. It's $10 a month. You get 1-hour call with me every Thursday, 10 a.m. Central. It's a live Q&A with everybody that's part of the Patreon. You can't miss it. It's fantastic. Pre-recorded, uploaded into the portal, so you'll never ever miss anything. That being said, let's get down to business. The 5 things I wish I knew before I became a new landlord. Number 1, however many tenants you have, consider that's how many children you have. Tenants, in my experience, so far have behaved like children, okay? So you have to be, it's like babysitting. You have to be very patient with them. You have to understand exactly what's going on and everyone's different emotions and how to, okay, this person doesn't like the direct approach. This person does like the direct approach. This one doesn't want to listen, so the other one won't listen, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So I'm literally like I'm a babysitter, or it's like having 7 children, because I own 7 units, and you know what? It's not so bad because I'm buying 7 more. That's one thing I wish I knew going in, just so I could prepare myself. This next one I'm paying for every single day, and I really regret doing this, and I wish somebody told me not to do this, is to give up my personal cell phone number so that my tenants can reach me 24/7. So number 2, giving tenants 24/7 access to me. Big mistake, because what happens is when they get super upset, they text me. Something frustrates them, they text me while they are emotional. Versus the right thing to do would have been just to provide them an email. Hey, if something breaks, if you have an issue, prepare an email and send it to me. This way, I have all the correspondence in an email, and if there is a problem, they say, hey, we reported it, you never did anything, I can have the replies ready to go, and I will put myself in the best position. Right now, something goes wrong, they text me right there when they're upset, and then if I reply, then blah, blah, blah. I had a debacle happen recently where basically a tenant calls me upset about somebody taking their parking spot, and then it's like an 8:30 p.m. conversation. That could have been an email. So don't give them your personal cell phone number. Tenants don't need 24/7 access to you. Wish I knew that before I bought the building and gave all of them my personal cell phone number. Not even my Google Voice, my personal cell phone number. And number 3, and this actually has led to some problems for me personally, some issues I'm gonna share with you in about a moment, is leaving the decision making to the tenants, right? Never leave something open-ended, and here's what I mean. The example I could use, and this really applies for multifamily, is the parking spots. I have a 7 unit, it's got 10 parking spots. I only have 7 tenants. So I didn't think that parking spots need to be assigned, because we don't even have that many tenants. Like we don't even have that many cars. It's almost empty majority of the time. However, I bring in a new tenant starts parking in the old tenant's parking spot. Old tenant has a problem. They message me. I say we don't have parking spots. They get mad at me because I didn't make the decision in the beginning to like, hey, this is how we're gonna do this, okay? So always make the decisions. Do not leave anything up to the tenant. Nothing up to the tenant. For example, let's say, how do you want to handle when this situation comes up? Don't leave it to the tenant. You, the boss, it's a business. You make the decision and you let them follow suit. And that is a mistake I made, and I've fixed that ever since. I've given everybody assigned parking spots. All future tenants will have assigned parking spots, and all decisions will be made before somebody moves in. Nothing is going to be left open-ended. So always just make sure you address everything and move on with your life. Make all the decisions up front. Number 4, and this I think is a common issue a lot of landlords suffer with, is you go in wanting to become their friends, right? And then very slowly, it's harder for you to be more and more stern, more professional, because now you have built a relationship with these tenants. And let me tell you something about tenants. They will take advantage of your relationship, right? They'll try to use you in any way they can be, and they should. More power to them, such is life. But number 4, which I wish somebody told me, hey, Aram, treat it like a business and be professional from day one. These are not your friends. These are essentially your customers. Be respectful, be kind, but at the same time, you have to be a professional. If they're doing something wrong, don't try to be their friend. Don't need to be asking them like, hey, would you mind doing this for me? I greatly appreciate it. No, hey, I need you to do this for me because of why, right? Be professional. And this is gonna set you up in the future when things go wrong. They're gonna look at you like, oh, this is the landlord, not this is my friend. So they're not gonna come to you and vet, because what did I say earlier? Number 1, tenants are like children, and you're dealing with their, where their place of living, their shelter, and it's a very emotional, thing for them. So they're gonna be emotional, and their emotions come to you because now you are their friend. Hey, you're my friend. Why don't you tell Steve to do this? And then Steve's like, well, you're my friend. You should tell Dad to do this. The whole time you're confused. You're like, what? I didn't sign up for this. I'm just trying to get paid passive income, right? So be professional at all costs. This is kind of, I already messed that up. I'm a little too friendly with them, so it's only a matter of time until I have to bring in a property management company and completely separate myself and let the tenants understand, like, hey, the property management company doesn't care about their feelings. They're here to do business. And because I kind of set up the wrong premise from the jump, that's something I'm gonna have to do. And finally, number 5, as I told you, is the absolute most important thing I wish I knew before becoming a landlord, which is the importance of setting expectations up front. All the issues that I just mentioned to you would have been resolved if I just set expectations up front. For example, I come in and say, hey, everything's great now. Here's how I expect XYZ to be handled. If you have an issue, you can email this address and it will be handled as soon as we possibly can. Boom. Set expectations. Parking. This is how parking is going to be. I'm making all the decisions ahead of time. And if there's a problem, I'm setting the expectation of how it's going to be solved and how I'm going to be doing business here. And by doing that, I think the tenants would take me a little bit more professionally than being their friend. Like, hey, this guy means business. He's here. He's running an operation, so I better not mess around. So if I had set expectations from the front, I think I would have avoided a lot of issues in the past, a lot of issues in the present, and most certainly a lot of issues that I don't even know I'm going to encounter because I did not set those expectations up front. Funny thing about that is I knew that about real estate. Like with my real estate clients, I've learned that, hey, I have to say, I do a buyer consultation, I do a listing appointment so I can set expectations up front. Hey, you're selling your house, XYZ is gonna happen. And when Z happens, this is the next thing that we need to do. Vice versa. If you're buying a house, these are the things that are gonna happen, these are the emotions you're gonna have, these are the doubts you're gonna have to deal with, these are the properties you're gonna be looking at, and this is the price point you're gonna pay. You set all those up, you'll never have an issue. So here are the 5 things that I wish I knew before becoming a new landlord, and I hope this was helpful for you. And if you enjoyed it, please like, comment, subscribe. I make 2 videos a week, Wednesdays and Sundays. One's gonna be a vlog style where you see my day as an investor and an agent. And then the other one's gonna be something like this, educational, talking about being an agent, business, or investing as a whole. So if you enjoyed this, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.